The massive alien fleet emerged from hyperspace, casting long shadows across the solar system's outer reaches. Captain Juno Park watched the holographic display with calm precision, his dark eyes tracking each incoming vessel. The United Earth Defense Command's central monitoring station hummed with quiet tension. Massive metallic ships, shaped like elongated blades, moved in perfect synchronization. Their hull design suggested advanced technological capabilities far beyond traditional human engineering. Each vessel carried thousands of alien soldiers from the Revik Collective, a species known for conquering civilizations without hesitation. "Incoming transmission," announced Yuna Kim, her fingers dancing across holographic control panels. Her voice remained steady, professional. Captain Park nodded. Earth's communication protocols were precise and clear. Decades of technological advancement and strategic military planning had prepared humanity for potential extraterrestrial encounters. The alien fleet continued its approach, seemingly unaware or unconcerned about Earth's defensive capabilities. Their scanners likely interpreted human technology as primitive, a miscalculation that would prove fatal. Juno pressed a small button, activating the universal communication frequency. A crisp, translated message began transmitting across multiple wavelengths. "Attention, unknown vessel collective. You are entering sovereign Earth territory. Any further approach will be considered a direct act of aggression. Cease movement immediately and initiate diplomatic communication protocols." The message was straightforward, leaving no room for misinterpretation. Behind the seemingly simple transmission lay complex quantum encrypted signals and embedded tracking mechanisms. On the alien flagship, Commander Revik listened to the transmission. His reptilian features twisted into what might have been a smile or a sneer. Humans seemed laughably confident, yet they appeared technologically inferior. "Continue approach," Revik commanded his navigation team. "These humans will surrender or be eliminated." Back on Earth, Captain Park anticipated their response. Military strategists had modeled hundreds of potential scenarios. Each potential alien reaction had been analyzed, predicted, and countered with meticulous planning. Yuna's monitors began displaying incoming data streams. The alien fleet's communication patterns were being rapidly decoded by advanced AI systems. Each transmission revealed more about their technological infrastructure, weapon capabilities, and potential weaknesses. The fleet moved closer, now within Earth's outer solar system boundaries. Traditional military analysts would have been terrified. But humanity's technological evolution had transformed traditional warfare concepts. Juno observed the incoming vessels with clinical detachment. Quantum networked defense platforms were already positioning themselves. Automated systems prepared sophisticated electromagnetic disruption protocols. Satellite networks adjusted their orbital positions, creating an invisible but impenetrable defensive web. Commander Revik remained oblivious to the intricate defensive mechanisms being activated. His species had conquered hundreds of civilizations. Technological superiority was their trademark, their cultural pride. What Revik didn't understand was that humans had transformed their entire civilization into a potential weapon system. Every communication network, every technological infrastructure, could become a defensive or offensive platform within milliseconds. The fleet continued advancing, massive engines generating immense energy signatures. Each vessel represented potentially hundreds of years of technological development. They carried weapons capable of destroying entire planetary surfaces. But they were about to learn that humanity was not just another conquest. Captain Park's finger hovered near a specific command sequence. Around him, military personnel moved with calculated efficiency. No panic, no fear, just pure, focused preparation. "Tracking complete," Yuna announced. Juno nodded. The aliens had been given their warning. Multiple chances for peaceful communication had been offered. Now, consequences would follow. The alien fleet pressed forward, closing the distance to Earth. Commander Revik's confidence remained unshaken. Another civilization would soon be added to their extensive conquest records. Little did they know, their invasion had already failed before it truly began. The first alien dropships pierced Earth's atmosphere like burning meteorites, their metallic hulls glowing with intense heat. Hundreds of vessels descended simultaneously, targeting major population centers and strategic military installations. Commander Rivik believed this would be a swift, decisive conquest. Juno Park watched the incoming vessels through advanced satellite tracking systems. Each dropship's trajectory was calculated, predicted, and analyzed in real time. Military defense platforms across the globe began preparing their response. The alien troops expected no resistance. Their technology had conquered countless civilizations before. Massive armored units prepared to deploy, their weapon systems charged and ready to eliminate any potential human opposition. But Earth was not like any previous target. As the first dropships approached ground level, something unexpected happened. Automated defense systems activated with lightning speed. Quantum encrypted networks synchronized across continents, creating an invisible shield of technological precision. Advanced laser platforms tracked each incoming vessel. Electromagnetic pulse generators positioned strategically began charging. The entire planet's defensive infrastructure transformed into a living, breathing weapon system. The first wave of alien troops never touched the ground. Precision laser weapons struck with impossible accuracy. Each alien dropship was targeted at its most vulnerable points. Within seconds, entire squadrons disintegrated mid-descent. Burning metal fragments rained across empty landscapes. Commander Rivik watched in growing horror as his invasion fleet experienced unprecedented losses. His communication systems suddenly became chaotic, filled with panic and confusion. "Impossible," he muttered, watching deployment after deployment fail. Earth's defense systems worked like a perfectly synchronized orchestra. Automated drones rose from hidden launch facilities. Satellite networks redirected energy weapons. Underground missile complexes prepared sophisticated counter-invasion protocols. The aliens had expected a simple conquest. Instead, they encountered a planet that had spent decades preparing for exactly this moment. Yuna Kim monitored global communication networks. Her fingers moved across holographic interfaces, coordinating defense mechanisms across different continents. Every alien transmission was instantly decoded, analyzed, and countered. Military bases around the world transformed into active combat zones. Soldiers moved with practiced efficiency, their training integrating seamlessly with automated defense systems. Tanks, aircraft, and advanced robotic units prepared for potential ground engagements. The first alien ground units that managed to survive the initial descent found themselves facing something entirely unexpected. Instead of panicked civilians, they encountered a fully mobilized planetary defense force. Juno's tactical teams had prepared for this moment. Each potential alien invasion scenario had been meticulously modeled and countered. The entire planet operated like a single, intelligent organism. Automated defense platforms continued their precise strikes. Laser weapons, electromagnetic disruption systems, and quantum encrypted attack protocols worked in perfect harmony. The alien fleet found itself systematically dismantled. Commander Rivik's confidence began to crumble. His invasion plan, which had worked perfectly on hundreds of other planets, was failing spectacularly. The humans were not just defending themselves. They were sending a clear message to the universe. As the initial invasion wave collapsed, burning fragments of alien technology scattered across empty landscapes. Satellite systems tracked every movement, every remaining vessel. The planet's defensive capabilities continued to adjust, predict, and counter. Juno watched the holographic displays, his expression calm and calculated. The first stage of the invasion had been neutralized with minimal human casualties. Commander Rivik realized, perhaps too late, that he had gravely underestimated humanity. The invasion was failing before it had truly begun. The remaining alien fleet regrouped in Earth's outer orbital space, attempting to reorganize after their catastrophic initial assault. Commander Rivik's flagship maintained a defensive formation, its damaged systems struggling to comprehend the unexpected human resistance. Yuna Kim discovered something critical. The alien communication frequencies were not as secure as they believed. Within moments, her team of cybersecurity experts began a systematic infiltration of their entire network. Juno Park watched the developing situation with calculated precision. Every alien transmission, every electronic signal became a potential weapon in human hands. The counteroffensive was about to begin. Advanced quantum AI systems began analyzing alien communication patterns. Complex algorithms decoded encrypted channels, revealing intricate details about the Revik Collective's military structure, technological capabilities, and strategic weaknesses. The first digital strike was silent but devastating. Human cybersecurity teams launched coordinated attacks across multiple communication spectrums. Alien navigation systems suddenly became unreliable. Weapon control networks experienced unexpected disruptions. Command structures began to collapse from within. Commander Revik's flagship experienced the first signs of systemic failure. Navigation controls flickered. Weapon systems became unpredictable. Communication channels filled with static and confused transmissions. "Something is wrong," Revik muttered, watching his command displays malfunction. Juno's tactical team had transformed the entire invasion into a technological battleground. Every alien system became a potential point of attack. Quantum encrypted viruses spread through their network like invisible predators, dismantling their technological infrastructure. Satellite networks around Earth began redirecting massive energy signatures. Sophisticated jamming technologies confused alien sensor systems. What seemed like simple defensive maneuvers were actually precise, calculated attacks designed to create maximum confusion. The aliens had technological advantages in physical weaponry. But humans possessed something far more dangerous: adaptive intelligence. Yuna continued monitoring the developing situation. Her fingers moved across holographic interfaces, coordinating global defense mechanisms. Each alien transmission was instantly decoded, analyzed, and used as a weapon against them. Alien weapon systems began to fail mysteriously. Navigation computers generated incorrect coordinates. Communication networks became unreliable. The once mighty invasion fleet started to look increasingly vulnerable. Commander Revik watched in growing panic as his technological superiority crumbled. His fleet, which had conquered hundreds of civilizations, was being systematically dismantled by an unexpected enemy. Human counterattack drones began emerging from hidden launch facilities. These were not traditional military vehicles, but advanced autonomous units powered by quantum AI. They moved with impossible precision, targeting the most vulnerable points of alien technology. The battlefield had transformed. This was no longer a traditional military conflict, but a war fought in digital spaces, in communication networks, in the very fabric of technological infrastructure. Juno understood something the aliens did not. Modern warfare was no longer about physical strength, but about information, adaptation, and intelligence systems. Each alien attempt to regroup was immediately countered. Their communication channels became traps. Their navigation systems led them into prepared defensive positions. Their weapon networks were gradually turned against themselves. The human counteroffensive was elegant in its simplicity and terrifying in its execution. Commander Revik realized too late that he had underestimated humanity's technological potential. What seemed like a simple planetary defense was actually a sophisticated, planet-wide intelligence system designed to protect and counter any threat. As alien systems continued to fail, the invasion fleet found itself increasingly isolated. Communication became difficult. Navigation became impossible. Their once mighty technological advantages had become their greatest weakness. Juno watched the holographic displays, his expression unchanged. The counteroffensive was proceeding exactly as predicted. The aliens had been warned. They chose not to listen. Now they would pay the price. The alien fleet's remaining vessels clustered together, a desperate formation of damaged and confused ships. Commander Revik's flagship stood at the center, its once gleaming exterior now scarred and smoking from multiple technological attacks. Juno Park watched the developing scenario with cold calculation. The breaking point was approaching, and humanity's technological superiority was about to become devastatingly clear. Quantum-powered drone swarms emerged from hidden Earth launch facilities. These were not traditional weapons, but intelligent, adaptive attack units designed to exploit every possible weakness in alien technology. Each drone operated with a level of strategic intelligence that surpassed traditional military programming. Yuna Kim monitored global communication networks. Her fingers moved across holographic interfaces, coordinating intricate attack patterns. The entire planet functioned like a single, intelligent organism preparing to neutralize a threat. The first wave of drone attacks struck with impossible precision. Alien defensive systems, already compromised by previous cyber attacks, began to collapse. Energy shields flickered and failed. Weapon systems became increasingly unreliable. Commander Rivik watched in growing horror. His invasion fleet, which had conquered hundreds of civilizations, was being systematically dismantled by an unexpected enemy. Humanity was nothing like the primitive species they had anticipated. Advanced human AI systems began targeting the most critical points of alien technological infrastructure. Navigation computers became unreliable. Communication networks dissolved into chaos. Each alien ship found itself increasingly isolated and vulnerable. Massive electromagnetic pulse waves swept through the alien fleet. Entire ship systems began to fail simultaneously. What had seemed like an unstoppable invasion force now looked like a collection of damaged, confused vessels. Juno's tactical teams had prepared for this moment. Every potential alien invasion scenario had been modeled, predicted, and countered with mathematical precision. The entire conflict was proceeding exactly as anticipated. The drone swarms moved with a level of coordination that seemed almost supernatural. They attacked communication systems, navigation networks, and critical energy infrastructure. Each drone operated as part of a larger, intelligent collective. Commander Rivik's confidence began to crumble completely. His communication with remaining fleet units became increasingly fragmented. Panic started to spread through alien communication channels. Satellite networks around Earth continued their precise tracking. Every alien movement was predicted, analyzed, and countered before it could become a potential threat. The planet's defensive capabilities had transformed the entire conflict into a one-sided engagement. The aliens had believed their technological superiority guaranteed victory. Now they understood their fatal mistake. Yuna detected increasing desperation in alien communication patterns. Scattered distress signals began broadcasting across multiple frequencies. The invasion fleet was losing cohesion, its once perfect formation dissolving into chaos. Juno watched the holographic displays, his expression unchanged. Each alien ship represented a potential threat that was being systematically neutralized. No emotion, no celebration, just precise, calculated elimination. Massive energy weapons from Earth's orbital defense platforms began targeting larger alien vessels. Each strike was calculated to maximum effect, destroying critical infrastructure with surgical precision. The aliens found themselves unable to mount any meaningful defense. Commander Rivik's flagship became increasingly isolated. Communication with other vessels became impossible. Navigation systems failed completely. The once mighty invasion force was being reduced to floating debris. The breaking point had arrived. Humanity had not just defended itself. It had sent a clear message to the universe about the consequences of underestimating Earth's technological capabilities. As the last alien ships began to disintegrate, Juno made a final observation. This was not just a victory. This was a demonstration of human potential. The invasion was over. The universe would remember this moment. The remnants of the alien fleet drifted helplessly in Earth's orbital space. Broken ships and scattered debris told the story of a failed invasion. Commander Rivik's flagship, once a symbol of technological superiority, now looked like a wounded animal waiting for its final blow. Juno Park watched the holographic displays with calculated precision. The final resolution was about to begin. Yuna Kim's fingers moved across communication interfaces. Global defense systems prepared for the last phase of the conflict. Earth's technological network hummed with anticipation, like a predator ready to deliver its final strike. The remaining alien vessels attempted a desperate retreat. Navigation systems barely functioned. Communication networks had collapsed completely. What remained of the invasion fleet was nothing more than floating wreckage. Juno activated the final communication protocol. A single transmission would be sent clear, direct, and uncompromising. "We warned you," the message began, "you chose not to listen." Automated defense platforms tracked every single remaining alien vessel. Quantum-powered targeting systems locked onto critical points. There would be no survivors, no possibility of future retaliation. Commander Rivik understood now the fatal mistake of underestimating humanity. His once proud invasion fleet was being systematically eliminated with mathematical precision. Each moment revealed another layer of human technological capability. Massive energy weapons from Earth's orbital platforms began their final assault. Precision strikes destroyed the remaining alien ships one by one. No emotion, no celebration, just pure, calculated elimination. The quantum AI systems coordinating the defense had modeled hundreds of potential scenarios. Each alien movement was predicted, analyzed, and countered before it could become a potential threat. The entire conflict had been a carefully choreographed dance of technological superiority. Una detected the final moments of alien communication. Scattered distress signals became increasingly desperate. The invasion force that had conquered hundreds of civilizations was being completely destroyed by a planet they had considered primitive. Juno's tactical teams watched the final resolution with professional detachment. This was more than a victory. This was a statement to the universe about humanity's technological potential. The last alien ships began to disintegrate. Massive explosions lit up Earth's orbital space, creating a spectacular display of technological warfare. Each explosion represented another step in humanity's emergence as a galactic power. Commander Rivik's flagship was the last to fall. As it broke apart, the final transmissions revealed complete shock and disbelief. The aliens had never anticipated such a comprehensive defeat. Earth's defense systems continued their precise tracking. Not a single alien vessel would escape. The message needed to be clear and absolute. Juno made a final observation to Una. "They were warned," he said simply. The quantum AI systems began collecting data. Every moment of the conflict would be analyzed, studied, and used to prepare for potential future threats. Humanity had just demonstrated its ability to defend itself against technological superior invaders. As the last debris cleared, Earth's communication networks began broadcasting a simple message to the wider galaxy. It was not a declaration of war, but a clear warning. Do not underestimate humanity. The invasion was over. The message was sent. The universe would remember this moment. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, not as a conquered species, but as a technological force to be reckoned with. Commander Rivik's final transmission captured the essence of the defeat. They were not what we expected. No, they were not.